Howdy, folks. It's Meandering Mike in the Man Cave of Madness. It's in the middle of the evening. Tonight we're going to do a playthrough of Paolo Mori's Blitzkrieg. We're going to try to play it relatively quickly. I'm not going to explain things as I go along. I'm just going to narrate what is happening and try to see if we can actually do this in 20 minutes. Before we get started, though, I have already double-checked to make sure we've got the right amount of armies in each bag. The right amount of tech guys are in here. Now, I had mentioned in my other playthrough that I don't recommend playing with these guys in the base game at the start. Now, I'm going to totally recommend you never play with this guy. This guy sounds cool. It's the partisan unit. It's worth 1 value. It's worth 3 if you play it into a area in the theater where you are behind and you get 3 instead of 2. Well, excuse me, but that's a lousy unit. It has to be played as an army, and it doesn't count as an army for like the general. You have to play it in the land space. You have 3 strength tanks in your base bag, in your army. You should be getting something way better than this. This unit needs to be reworked to make it make sense and be valuable. So don't play with it. This one is cool. This one is called Inspired Leadership. It is worth 1 point on the battle track when you play it. But its major effect is when you play it on a battle space, you double the battle space effect. In other words, if you play it on industry square, well, you get twice as much. If you play it on a 2 times research square, you would get 4. If you play it on a 3 strategic advantage, you would get 6 points in some other theater. If you played it on the research industry square, instead of getting 1 unit from the research directly into your reserve, you would get 2. Yeah, so this one is very powerful. So I'm going to throw that into the cup. It's now part of there. So we're going to have 1 extra tech. All right. We've got our 5 cubes in the center spaces. We got our victory point guys over there. Whichever things. We are going to do like I was doing before, where we show the partial fog of war, where we show what's already been exposed. New draws to a reserve aren't exposed until that player's next turn. Let's see, I want to put them here, I guess, on the side where it's close enough where you can actually see them. And I will use my little die to indicate what the reserve status is at. Let me put these down here. Oops. I reeled that prematurely. Maybe you didn't see it. Okay, I gotta grab some dice. They're over here. Alrighty. So, again, this is the aid for me to remember and keep track of, what is the reserve at for each side, so that I can remember correctly and try to play properly. All right. So each guy got their things. The German goes first. I'm gonna want 1 die because I do the random rolling if there's bombing in my limited fog of war. All right. So about ready to get started. We're just before 4 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and say, Alexa, start a timer for 20 minutes.
20 minutes, starting now.
All right, let's see if we can make this work. All right, so I'm going to have the German go here, 3 strategic advantage. He moves at 3 in the Pacific Ocean. He applies his 2 points here to this front, and he is done with his turn. He's going to draw his replacement unit. It is not revealed, and it's the next person's turn. So they expose theirs. Ooh, we got a general here, a tank, and, well, I just say I need to play. I'm not going to discuss. You can't go there. So he needs to go someplace where there is ground. Round. All right. He is going to play here. Getting an extra +1 in his favor. Tactical 2 for the strength. And he is done. Okay. I need not close that bag string up so much. Okay. The German, he's gonna make us play over here. He's gonna use an airplane here. He's bombing. There are 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he eliminated the general, goes back into the bag. He is bombed. Now down to a 2. And he puts 1 in his favorites, now up to 4 because it was 3 and 1. He replaces. The Allies have an admiral. They cannot wrest control. They are going to play here. They get a dude. They go up 1. They get 1 for this guy. They close the campaign 2. 1, 2. Nope, sorry. 2 points over here. Sorry. My brain was not working, so. Right. They didn't get the bonus. 2. They're ahead by 2 victory points. Now they get to draw their normal draw. And they're at 3. He's at 3. All right, so. I wasn't supposed to expose that. What did I do? I just revealed it. I should have not revealed that. Bombing 6. Okay, so it's his turn. He is going to go ahead and close off this theater. Grabs the research. I'm not looking at it with my limited fog of war. Gets 1 point in his favor. Closing a campaign, 2 points. Plus 1 bonus, 3. The Axis are ahead. He now draws from his bag, putting it face down. All right. The Allies, their turn, reveal. Holy moly, I just evidently pulled what I just put back in there. I did shake up enough. But what is the wow. They're going to try to start resting away. 1, 2, 3. Well, do this first. Pull something out of their bag. Crank this up by 1. Okay. Then they should have moved that by 3. 1, 2, 3. It's not closed. They're done. They get their end of turn draw because they are now up to 4 reserve. All right. Now we reveal. Oh, Blitzer Force. All right, I might have to take a second or 2 to think here. Wow. Okay, play. Gonna come here with the plane. Get an extra dude. So this is going up 1, but he's going to then use Blitz, so it rolls back down 1. He's playing another unit in the theater. He's going to get tech. He's going up 2 in his favor. Didn't go up anything there. He's taken attack into his bag. Trying to play fast. I'm not necessarily doing optimal moves. I'm moving for speedy-ishness. So we get to draw the end of the round 1 for the Axis. They are going back up to 3. They had been at 3. They were going up 1. They were going down 1. Oh, they got their tech. All right. So Allies reveals. Eely, beely, 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 chili, weely. They're going to come here. They get 2 research into their bag. 2. Whoa, that's falling over. They add 2 points. It's back to the middle. It's not closed. They get to draw 1 from their bag. Come on. Okay, the Allies, or excuse me, the Axis, they're holding 2 guys. Wow. 4, Strength, Navy, Admiral, and a General. All right, blah, blah, blah. Now, you do have to remember that these special tokens, even though it's a Navy, it doesn't count as a Navy or an Army or the Air Force for the purpose of the generals. That does not count the special weapon tokens for general and admiral purposes. 4 points. So this is in the middle. He's ahead there. They're way ahead there. Do they really want to try to wrest Eastern Europe back? Or do they want to stop these guys in their track with this bombing here? Or do they want to put it so far in their favor that the Allies probably don't dare going there? They're going to do that. So first thing is 1 victory point there from the propaganda. 4 points in their favor. Was that the 2, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. It is closed. They're ahead. They're getting 2 plus a bonus. That's 3 more. So that's up to 7. All righty. They get to replace 1 in their reserve. The Allies reveal 1, 2 strength tank. They don't want to get bombed. So they're going to bomb the Allies. The Axis. I keep 2 back. Their chance of winning is slight, but they're trying to drive it back enough so that they maybe don't get bonus points. They're bombing the Axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the top. 1, 2. They whack the Admiral of the Axis. They get to draw 1 back into their bag. Shuffle, shuffle. Come on, make sure it's mixed up good. They get 1 of those techies. All right, the Germans. Okay, we had to roll this down. They're down to 2 because they got bombarded. All right. They're up in the lead. I think they want to get that thing here so they can replace their lost reserve. Roll this back up to a 3. Get their normal draw. All right. So I didn't move that, so you got to remember to do that. Do that after that before you draw. All right. Revealing. Oh, my goodness. All right. So atom bomb. It's worth a 7 strength in an area. However, the side effects, see that -2? Every other theater that is not closed, the person that plays this gets -2 against them. In other words, it's the negative repercussions of having used an atomic bomb. So it's not necessarily good to use it too early. You can yank something way back in your favor, like going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and actually you could close that. You could make it, but then every other region would go 2 into the Axis favor. So you got to think very, very carefully before you use this. Did I? Wow. I made a mistake here that I did not catch. When the German played this here and moved that by 3, he should have moved this 2 in his favor. Nothing else is played there. There's been no other strategic advantage. I was misplaying. Okay, so if we're off by 30 seconds in our playtime, well, that's because of fixing an error. So, allies, decide what you are going to do. Do. He doesn't know what he's going to get to. No, that's just crazy to play the tongue bumps where it's like tempting to do that, but no. So, stop. Okay. He's going to play here. Strategic advantage. He's going to push this 2 in his favor here. He gets 1 point here. And he gets to draw. All right. Our Germans. No, don't draw yet. Flip this over. 3 strength tank. 1 strength. Okay. See, depending what happens, they might use that. They are worried that the allies might use that, wrest control away, and then try to get the good stuff there. So maybe they are going to close that, use a small unit. Let's just do it. No battle space effect. 1 point in their favor. 3 plus bonus is 4. Going to try to run away with the victory points. They get to draw 1 thing. The allies. Ooh, Blitz Air Force. All right, so. It's just craziness. Well, we're going to play this here. No battle space effect. No movement here because it's a 0 strength unit. So it stays there. They are closing it. They get 3 victory points. They are playing another unit. So this is going to roll down to 3. They are going to play their admiral here to bomb. 1, 2, 3 navies or air forces for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 more points. Well, we should do the bombing first. So the bombing, the Germans have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4. Oh, the 3 strength tank went. Oh, I was rolling with the thing. They're now down to 2. I should have been using this. The allies get their next unit, and they're done. Okay, and they score their 4 points. We already added that, yes? I'm totally confused. 3, 4. And they had 1 from there. No, so they have not scored these points yet. 3, 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you have the unit. It is the Axis's turn. Oh, they have wimpy guys. They may have wimpy guys, but there's good stuff to grab, and they might as well grab it. Because this is going to be a research production. So we reach into the tech guy and get it straight into the reserve. So the reserve is rolling up by 1. They get their normal draw up to, come on, fingers, get in there. 3. It is now these guys' turn. Reveal. Ooh. 3 strength. All right, they're going to do this to get 2 technology into their bag. 1, 2. Moving this 3 points. 1, 2, 3. They get to replace 1 unit. It is the Germans' turn. They have a spy. And so the spy can be played to copy the token that was previously played by the opponent. So they could play him as a 3 strength tank anywhere. Or they could, wait and say, he's going to play the atomic bomb or something else. So he has to decide what he wants to do with that. All right, Germans. Now, one rule I haven't explained, I hinted at it. If this tug of war marker gets all the way to an end box for either player, that is closing of the entire theater. When you reach here, and you have to do it by playing in the theater, you can't play strategic advantage somewhere else and move that into this box. But if you can reach here by normal play in a theater, when you do that, you close all open current campaigns. You get the points for those campaigns, and you get all the unyet played space benefits. So doing a big push, and that could be advantage, like where you might atomic bomb here, boom, close the whole theater, get all these bonuses all at once. Even though you get -2 in each of the other ones, that might be something you might want to try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 away. He's playing this as the spy copying the tank, 3 strength tank. So we do this 3, they're pushing it back, 1, 2, 3. So they're out of atomic bomb range. He gets 3 points here. Remember, you don't score anything here automatically, only when you close this, and then look where it is. So he is done. And he gets to replace 1 guy into his Alexa, time remaining.
You have 20 seconds left.
Oh,
20-minute timer.
Obviously, we're not going to finish here in 20 seconds, so we're going over. All right. The issue with speaking through a little slower than normal. So the Allies get to play. They can't stop that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They couldn't close it that way. Alexa, stop timer. Okay, he's going to get 1 point for that. He's going to put it 2. He's like, I want a nuke. I want to show you guys how that works. Oops, where was that? It was right here on the 2. All right, so he got the point. He did that. He's drawing a unit out of his bag. Also, when you have 2 people playing, they're each thinking during their own turn instead of me having to think as I play each turn. So it can go faster. All right, he can't stop it there. He can grab the points here. Say, okay, in case he's trying to do something crazy with atomic bomb, he only needs just a little bit. So, no benefit. 1 point. Doesn't really matter. 5 points. Plus 2 bonus. 7 points. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. All right. Now somebody says, you should have used this atomic bomb. Well, maybe not, because again, two penalty in all the other open territories. Okay, remember, this is a task force. X means you don't get to use the n square bonus. It's like using it here, it would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would move it there almost to the very end. If he had 1 point. So that use of the strategic advantage prevented them from, in a non-atomic bomb way, getting to the end there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. All right, we're going to do this. He's going to use the general. Here, general is for armies and air forces. 1 plus himself plus 1, 2, 3, 4 in the same theater. 5, 6. Okay, no benefit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We did it. Now, you score points here first because you actually close this campaign legitimately. So you do that first. 3 plus 2 bonus is 5. If you hadn't closed this completely and you're closing them because of the n square, you don't add bonuses to these. But so he's going to get 6 bonus points here, ignoring this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to score 2 bonus here. Oh, he's so close to getting across the top. He gets to add 2 more here. That's worthless because it's already closed. 3 somewhere else. So this whole theater is already closed. So he wants to hurt. 1, 2, 3, trying to hope to choke out from getting points. Already added that. Right? And the bombing. So he gets to bomb the Germans. This is why I normally have a cup or something here. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. The German general go back into the bag. He's bombed. This rolls down to a 2. The Allies get their 1. Looks closer than it was, doesn't it, folks? The Germans were racing towards the end, and the Allies were running out of time, and things were looking really bad. But all right, so the Germans. Oh my God, what are you doing to us? You can see Admiral. So the Germans has 2 here, so he could play an Admiral here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could not wrest control, and the Allies would easily score the points there and win. Remember, Germans went first. If Allies cross 25 or more first, they win automatically. Only if the Germans go first, then the Allies get 1 more turn. The German is desperate to try to stop them. This is closed. That's closed. It's only these 2 theaters. He can't afford to go here. He doesn't want the stupid Allies getting 2 points, so he better take this here, or he's screwed. So he's going to take that. Give himself 2 points. He's up to 20. He's moving us 3 his way, saying, dude, I've got to stop you the best I can, any way I can. All right. And he gets to draw. It's when he's hoping that something happens here. The Allies. Oh, inspired leadership. Well, they could win right now by playing this on a propaganda square. Even a 1-pointer would double to 2, which would get them there. They're going to play it on this one and get 4. A bigger margin of error. That adds 1 because it's a thing. It doubled it to 4, and they just won. All right, so we're at 29 minutes. We talked a bit before. We had a little interruption for explaining a few things. So pretty darn close to 20 minutes, especially since I was yakking more than I probably should. I was meandering about. And again, in 2 players playing, as long as, 1 player doesn't have analysis paralysis. And by the way, anytime you're playing with a new player, absolutely give them as much time. Don't try to force the time. Let them play. Let them, figure out the game, understand the game, enjoy the game. If they're taking 3 hours to play, well, maybe you need to explain to them, well, maybe this game's not for you, but do it nicely. But in general, give people enough time to play and learn the game. If you're very competitive and you're to experienced players, you could use like a chess clock or have sand timers or something like that, and you've got a certain time limit, and if your time runs out, then so you can give each person 10 minutes on a time clock or something, speed Blitzkrieg. So anyway, there we went, folks. The Germans looked like they were kicking some booty. The Allies got the atomic bomb. They didn't have to use it. They managed to score big here with their general, closing this up, getting the bonus points, getting all this stuff with more points there, all that good thing. So that's an example of Paolo Mori's Blitzkrieg in almost 20 minutes. So I will probably do one more playthrough of this game. Maybe not until April or sometime later in March, since I'm busy. I have a game design course that I'm taking, but I want to do one using the expansion board called the Nippon expansion, but really it introduces the Japanese army, but it is not set in Japan. It is set in the United States. The United States has lost. The Germans and Japanese are fighting over the United States, trying to split up the spoils of war. And mechanics are different. There's not 5 theaters like this. There's a bunch of separate interconnected campaigns. It's sort of like all one big theater with connections and limitations on a certain number of open campaigns only, based on one campaign leading to another, leading to another. So later in the month or next week, we will do that. So Meandering Mike, Man Cave of Madness, saying to all you good folks out there, take care and don't use the atomic bomb. Ciao.